wasting time on my own. All the places that we go, all this pain builds within. Footsteps fade, what could have been? Finally I feel more free. The end of you and me, let it go, let it be. My heart belongs to me. My heart belongs to me. You're never gonna let me go, and I will never let you go. And now I'm feeling stronger, feeling stronger. You're never gonna let me go, and I will never let you go. And now I'm feeling stronger, feeling stronger. Feeling stronger, feeling stronger. You're never gonna let me go, and I will never let you go. And now I'm feeling stronger, feeling stronger. You're never gonna let me go, and I will never let you go. And now I'm feeling stronger, feeling stronger. Wasting time on my own. All the places you said we go. All this pain builds within. Footsteps fade, what could have been? Finally I feel more free. The end of you and me. Let it go, let it be. My heart belongs to me. My heart belongs to me. Ooh, you're never gonna let me go, and I won't ever let you go. And now I'm feeling stronger, feeling stronger. Ooh, you're never gonna let me go, and I won't ever let you go. And now I'm feeling stronger, feeling stronger. wasting time on my own. All the places you said we go, all this pain builds within. Footsteps fade, what could have been? Finally I feel more free. The end of you and me, let it go, let it be. My heart belongs to me. My heart belongs to me.
welcome back. She's messing with me. Hey, welcome back. It's CEVO MLG Land. We're going in for match number 2 on the Bravo stream, where we're going to answer the ultimate question, Launders. Can mice swim, or is the water too cold? You tell me.
Oh, my goodness. And, yeah, that's a reference to the matchup we're about to witness, which is Mouse versus Liquid, if you didn't get the pun already.
I'm a punny guy.
Yeah, you're pretty punny, and I can't stand it.
I know.
I'm over it.
It's so bad.
Can't stand
it's so bad.
I'm kidding. It's great.
So, mousesports, German team, facing against the North American team Liquid. I think this has the potential to be a pretty close match.
Yeah, so you know what Liquid have going for them is the element of surprise, obviously, but that's the same edge that Mouse have over them, on top of the fact that they get better practice and have better results overall. And talent-wise, you know, they match up pretty well. I think talent has never really been a problem for Liquid, right?
Right.
We've got great players on the team.
It's a strong roster.
Yeah.
You know, Adren's got a solid squad, and Elige, 17 years old.
Yeah.
He's really been representing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, he's really, really good. I mean, him and Nitro, I mean, they can put up numbers. They have the teammates to put up numbers. Even Fugly, who's in a support position, is one of the best fraggers around. And so they never really have trouble on that end. This is Liquid right now. And from left to right, we got Fugly, Nitro, Adren, Elige, and Flowsick. All sick aimers. Obviously, Adren is calling, sit in the middle there. And then young talent to the left and right of him. And on the other side, we have Mouse, who, starting from right to left, I actually don't know each of them by face. I actually don't even know what Nex looks like, who's like one of the strongest riflers in Europe. But there's Chris J. Sitting beside him is, I actually don't know if that's Speedy or Nex. And then in the middle, Gob B, the mastermind. And that's actually one of the most important points about Mouse, right?
Yeah.
They play very structured.
They do.
Yeah, and even though they have just as much talent, they're really renowned for like their intricate CT setups and having a thorough T side as well.
Right. It's almost the polar opposite of what we just saw actually with the Tempo Storm one. I spent some time talking with their team captain and coach, Warden, and he said that he doesn't believe in a whole lot of structure with his team, and that's indicative of the way North American tends to play.
Yeah.
Mousesports, the picture of the European mindset.
Yeah, absolutely. And in terms of where they stand in their respective regions, they're kind of in a similar spot, I suppose. And with that being said, you know, it's going to be harder for Liquid because being on the lower end of NA is kind of abysmal in terms of competition in Europe. Only the highest of the high tier here have any chance of beating basically any team in the top 10.
Yeah, exactly.
Over on the European soil. So I think we're going to get right up into the picks and bans right now. We already have a couple of bans.
Yeah, Veto's already underway, and Mousesports starting it off banning Inferno. Any surprises over there?
Yeah, well, with Inferno, we have seven bans.
They hate this map.
It's the map they don't want to play. And we heard Hiko talking earlier about kind of what NA wants to match up against EU1, and that's going to be Dust 2, Inferno, Cash. And that's a map off the board for them. And I think they're getting right into it. So apart from that, we've got a Mirage ban from Liquid, which is one of Mouse's strongest maps. It's generally a map you don't want to play anyone from Europe on, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Stay away from Mirage.
Mousesports, I mean, it's not only one of their strongest, it is their 3-month most played in all leagues across all sectors over there. So, yeah, take away the strong points, right?
Yeah, yeah. And that leaves a Dust 2 pick for Mousesports, which is another really strong map for them.
That's a big win. Yeah,
and an Overpass pick for Team Liquid, which is a really strong map for Mouse. So this is going to be a brutal couple of maps, even if this is what Team Liquid want to see them on.
Well, I mean, Overpass isn't just a really strong map for Mousesports. It's also one of the better maps for Team Liquid. I mean, I'm looking at the record within CEVO Online alone, where they're 4-1. That's about an 80% win rate right there.
Yeah, Mousesports do ban this map a lot. They also play really well on it, and I don't know if it's because they're constantly uncomfortable, but they have the op power that makes the difference on CT side.
I'm reminded of Cloud9 versus Fnatic, right? Cloud9, they always get rid of Mirage. Don't want to play it, don't want anything to do with it, right?
Yeah.
And then finally they go up against Fnatic and walk in there looking like rock stars, actually taking the map straight off of them. So, I mean, who knows? It could be a little trick in the bag for Team Liquid.
Yeah. Now, I'm not sure if Adren is still opping on Liquid, but if he is, he's going to have a lot of trouble in Chris J on the other team. The other issue for them is going to be finding a way to take control of mid, because with Chris J being there, he's just, even with a scout and a smoke, he's going to hit you some one way or another. So he's going to be trouble across the board. I think we're going to have to give, or we're agreeing. I feel some nodding, even though you're not actually doing it. mousesports taking Dust 2 at least. I want to say
Probably.
This is 2-0 right out the gate, but
I think that's probably what's going to happen, right? 2-0. Liquid has a lot of tricks in their bag. They've been doing all right, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're not. They're the second highest rated team in North America right now. Within CEVO, yeah, they ranked number 3, but they've been putting up some pretty impressive numbers at other events, other lands. But they're not quite on the same par as somebody like a Cloud9.
Yeah.
I think they have it in them to go ahead and take one map. And if it's going to happen, it would have to be overpass, because you're really taking away that AWP advantage as long as you don't push long A.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna have to still say 2-0. Maybe I'm not as much of an NA fanboy as I should be. But I have a lot of doubts about Liquid. Maybe they'll be squashed today. Maybe I'll look like a fool.
I believe
Maybe not.
in the underdog. I always have to root for it. But
Right.
yeah, I'm torn. Like, part of me, I want to be a homer and say, you know, Team Liquid, NA all the way. But at the same time, my roots are in Return to Castle Wolfenstein, right? So mousesports hailing from Germany. Yeah, you know, alles gut. So either way, I'm happy with this game.
Yeah. One other thing that's kind of interesting is we've got the third map, and that's Cash. Obviously random from the last 3.
Who's this benefit?
This is a map that's banned 5 times by mousesports. They played it twice, and they went 1-1. Now, these are versus probably better teams than Liquid has played, but overall, Liquid have a positive record on the map, have picked it twice, so probably be happy to see it as a random third. So if it does go to a third map, we might see something interesting. In my opinion, Dust 2 is just going to be just as hard as Overpass.
That's a good point that you just brought up, Launders. We've got Team Liquid and CEVO ranked at number 3 in the league. mousesports number 3 on the European side of the league. Now, apples and oranges over here. We talked about this on the last stream as well. Yeah, hey, they're both number 3 ranked teams. It should be a really close match, right? Well, not necessarily. Liquid has to deal with Cloud9. That's the big challenge. But mousesports, they're dealing with all these other top-tier teams, the toughest teams in the world, all hailing from Europe.
Yep.
And they're able to hold number 3 within CEVO on that.
Yeah, yeah. And they're just getting better and better. Like, I don't know, like Chris J is such a force to be reckoned with. And in terms of like that 2-star formula with a great IGL, like they have that. Like Chris J is one of the top oppers, period. Nex is one of the best riflers I've ever seen play the game. And Gabi seems to be like just a refreshing style of improvement for Mouse. So I think that they have the ingredients to actually just be like on a steady rise to a top 3 European team. And that means trouble. But if Team Liquid are going to prove themselves, it's going to start with a team like Mouse, right? So at least there's that. You know, they aren't going up against Na'Vi right off the bat. So
now, here's a question, because I meant to go and talk to the teams, but we were a little bit busy over there. Do you know, is Elige still rocking as the IGL, the young leader for Team Liquid?
No, Elige shouldn't be calling. I don't know if that ever was the case.
Okay, I know.
Did you hear that?
I did hear that earlier in the season,
Yeah.
that he was actually trying some of the IGL stuff, which kind of blew my mind, because he's one of the newer members of the team.
He's only been playing CS for like a year and a half or something.
Yeah, exactly. But at the same time, that's amazing too. He only plays for about a year and a half, and he's put up huge numbers. A lot of the games that I've casted already, he's been the top frag on his team, just leading by a long shot.
Yeah, he I think he's 17, and
Yeah,
he was already pro in StarCraft 2.
Right.
So that in itself is impressive, to go pro in 2 games, let alone only playing CS for a year and a half, a game that really favors experience over anything else.
Yeah, absolutely.
And still be able to hang with the best.
Well, I mean, there's so much finesse, not just in the shooting and everything, but it's, on the one hand, it's a game of chess.
Yeah.
You're playing the real-time strategy game, and then you have to execute with controlled discipline in your firing and shooting techniques. It's one of the things that makes this game so great.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, positioning goes above anything else, and you see that in players like Get Right and Snacks, who are always going to shoot you in the back, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And no one's going to miss that shot, but how do you get there is the question.
That's I think Counter-Strike's a lot like the art of dogfighting. Even you know, the greatest aces. Yeah, the greatest aces in the world are you know, they're not the ones who can like get you on head-on. You want to come up from behind. You want to make sure that the opponent has no idea that you're even there.
Right.
And that's what you're going to see a lot with mousesports here tonight.
Yeah. And now all the players are just readying up, about to get started in the server. We're going to kick off Dust
Good
2.
news.
It's going to be a match. I mean, if depending on who starts on what side, hopefully, in my opinion, Team Liquid get the opportunity to play CT side. I think that's where they'll get to prove themselves and start it off. If they get off to a good start, like, for example, one of the things that went wrong in this Luminosity Navi match was, on the second map, Luminosity were able to get 8 rounds. They lost both pistols. If they had won both pistols, imagine how close that map would have been.
Well, if you win both pistols, that's basically 6 points.
Yeah.
Almost guaranteed for you, right?
Yeah, as long as you don't mess up and get eco'd.
Yeah.
Which Navi didn't, right? You are afforded a huge advantage
Absolutely.
in terms of rounds.
Well, looks like the game is just about to begin. mousesports versus Team Liquid, map 1 in this best of 3 here at MLG CEVO LAN, the conclusion of the MLG Pro
Online
Series.
Season, yep.
Yeah, exactly. This is awesome. Pistol round underway. Liquid, CT side. mousesports going to be T. Predictions.
I'm going to have to say... Wait, this was Mouse's pick, right? Yeah, Overpass's pick for Liquid. I'm going to have to say that this is going to be like a 16, like... 2, 4? I'm going to say 4.
Wow. Not a lot of love for Liquid. Well, you see mousesports really representing. Chris J just walks into the site with the Glock, getting 1 headshot. You see CTs deployed far at pit, and the bomb site belongs to the Ts. The problem is, Launders, the bomb is in full control by Adren. Liquid sitting on it outside of long.
Yeah, this is going to be a real test for them. Now, Fugly's taking shots at this player at Elevator, and he's not going to be able to hold this flank as well as he wanted to. Now, there's a whole minute left on the clock. Gabi is out long, and he's going to be putting pressure, but if he dies, the whole round is over. So he's going to be throwing a control smoke out here. It's actually kind of bad. Lands right in the door, and now he's got to wait for his teammate, Chris J, who's got to deal with flow stick and pick. Actually, Liquid have pretty good spots right now.
Yeah, look at Adren just on the other side of this door. Gabi has no idea he's there, walks out. Thinks about walking out the smoke.
The flow stick right there. Very important kill.
Gabi.
Got buys one for himself, and flow stick goes down in the pit. And all of a sudden, this round is going
extremely mousesports sided. That kill kind of evens it up, though. Look at it. Gabi goes ahead and picks up the bomb, rotates it out towards B site. Fugly's well aware of this. He's suspecting something's going to be happening because no one rushed down long. Bomb.
Oh my goodness. He's actually running right past Fugly, who might catch him going into the window. He's got 9 seconds left, and yeah, Fugly picks up the kill. And that's a round for Liquid. That's huge. A huge pistol
crazy.
round. Yeah. Getting control of the bomb there was enormous for them.
Yeah.
They had it at long. They had a player in pit. They had one watching the door, and that was the setup they needed. Obviously, you got to hit shots. Mostly got one from the pit, and it almost went south when it came down to a 2v2, but at the same time, we saw Fugly in the perfect position defending in that 1v1 and got beat way off guard.
That was one of the most back-and-forth pistol rounds I've seen in a long, long time. The A site got lost, and it's so difficult when getting pinched off front and back on long A. Here it is, buy round, and mousesports forcing up.
Yeah.
Tech9's doing work. Look at this, 2v3.
Oh my goodness. Players already dropping for Liquid. Even though they went for long control, they're getting punished immediately for it. Now there's 2 MP7s left on the board, and mousesports have armor along with 3... Oh, it looks like they picked up 2 SMGs, so are going to be basically at no disadvantage coming into this 3v2, and that's a huge problem because at this moment, we've got 2 players in CT. This is the worst place to defend a platform, though. A bad smoke is thrown, and Nitro takes advantage of it. Actually, Fugly picks up that kill, and now they're going to have to work on the flank.
Yeah, the bomb's going to go down. Fugly jumping up on Cat. Should be an expected position, though. Speedy's already looking in that direction. Fugly, SMG, not that great at long range. Teammate goes down, so it's all on him. 1v2 with an SMG and a Dream. The Molly goes down. It's going to push those players back just a little bit. Narrowing the options. Fugly out of ammo, switches to the pistol. And there it is, 1v1. mousesports is back.
Yeah, just like that. And it was like a little bit of indecision in that 2v3. Like, sitting in CT is nice, but that's a good way to stay alive. But if you know that they're going to be crossing long, sure, a bad smoke allowed them to get 1 frag, but they were in no position to defend the A site from there. They were, once they had to come up Cat, basically the round was over. So I feel like it was a little bit of indecision in that moment, but more of a fault of the log players for not being able to trade properly versus players who only had Tech 9s.
Well, we talked about the discipline play of mousesports setting up pretty much a default. Dennis walking in, taking mid control. blinds Elige and announces his presence. Look at this heavy mid-stack going on for the CTs, Liquid.
Yeah, now Dennis is sitting on the Xbox doing some damage. Spots a couple players in mid and on Cat. So with that in mind, we're going to have 2 crossing long. That's Speedy and the bomb with Gabi. He does get a frag. This is going to allow the bomb to go down, but at the same time, we've got a Dren up on Cat. He's going to get taken down by Dennis, and now Fugly and Elige are in CT. Again, this position that's not great to defend A from.
No, not at all. I mean, Elige, his position's already known. You see Gabi up here, Dennis watching Cat, and wise call, I think. Go ahead, save what you've got. They've got armor, helmet, a scout. Maybe they can do something next round, right?
Yeah, you see this more and more where if the team gets ecoed, then they eco right back because if not, you're going to have to double save. And because of that, they have invested in this round, but they weren't able to make any moves. I mean, at this point, Dennis, Speedy, and X are all one-shot, but there was no pistol around there to do the additional damage on top of the scout hit that they all took. So that's going to be a round in the pocket of mousesports. It's going to be up 2-1 for them, and they're going to move into the next round very happy.
Already Elige sitting at the top of his scoreboard for Team Liquid. Young player who's just representing. Give him another 2-3 years, he's going to be unstoppable.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, just with the right and proper leadership, he's playing on with a great organization in Liquid who can really give him everything they need. Like they have a gaming house that they can use to boot camp if they ever go overseas, and that's pretty much all you need, right? Like a good team at the top of Invite with a strong organization to back you and support you, and that'll allow you to make all the proper moves that you need to gain the experience to become one of those great players that we have in NA. And yeah, now they're going to be readying up again. Let's see what the buying decision is going to be here. I think.
Go ahead.
No, it's going to be pretty standard. Like they're just going to hang on to the weapons they have and just go ahead and save, I'm sure.
Yeah, exactly. It's a smart decision. I mean, they're so low on money. Liquid just needs to get up ahead economically. There was a slight delay right there. It looked like there was some sort of a sound issue that the players had. They paused, but we're back live with a very heavy A stack for Team Liquid. Question is, which way does the bomb go?
Yeah, we've got one spotting. Flash goes out. They see nothing there, and the only player on the other side of the map goes down. That's Elige. And now Mouse have a lot of options. They don't actually know that, but
They've cut the map in half, though.
Yeah.
Here it is. Adren and Flowsick. They're going to try to push out from smoke. You know, with the update, you can actually see above. Adren thinks it's all clear, pokes out, gets punished for that. Now we're already down to a 4v1. Flowsick caught with a grenade in his hand, trying to do some damage in mid, going into CT. He's completely surrounded. Shot, I think, in the back there by Nex. Pro 90 all the way, 3-1. Anti-eco, no real surprises.
No, but yeah, but Mouse really like ran them through a loop there, threw that mid to B smoke, and then just went up Cat on that eco. Knows that they'll just bite on that fake really easily. I think once they threw that mid to B smoke, they didn't see anyone out mid after they killed Elige. They assumed it was some sort of stack towards A, and that really pulled everybody into CT. Team Liquid bit on it hard, and they made their way up Cat, no problem. So that was overall a really good round. And actually, Fugly takes a shot through the door with the scout of Chris J. As we mentioned, always got to be scared of that. Dennis comes flying out mid.
I don't think he even flashed himself out. He's like, I see your smoke. I don't care. I'm just going to walk right out there like a silver and dominate. That's all right. Fugly playing around the edge of the smoke. He's going to get punished for that. And that's bomb site B, fully in control by the T's, mousesports. They're going to plant the bomb. Should be no problem on that. 3v5 on the retake.
Wow. They're just taking full control of the map right now. Speedy just waiting out long, out-patiencing I think Flowsick.
Patient singing. I like that.
Patient singing. Word of the day, folks. Yeah, just like after Dennis just runs out mid there, no respect, gets a frag, and then Fugly was in a really awkward position in the smoke inside of B, trying to work around it. But as a solo man there, I mean, you've got to have a better way to stay alive, I feel like.
Yeah, Dren's able to find one kill, putting Elige now in a 1v1. Look at this. He finds one kill at the end. Whoa. And actually finishes the whole team off. So even though the point goes to mousesports, that did a little bit of economic damage. How's the money looking?
Yeah, it's actually looking great, but still, that's a whole buy that they don't have to their names. I mean, imagine how bad it would have been if not for that. And there are enough rounds here that you can really quickly bleed out the rest of their money within the matter of 2 consecutive wins. So Gob actually aware of the fact that Liquid are going to be back on a save. Adren hasn't... Oh, I guess he just had a lot more money there, yeah. So he was just evening it out.
Evens it out, exactly. Well, he's trying to YOLO with that glass cannon over there, and we'll see exactly what he can do. Bomb site B quickly taken by mousesports, dropping 2. That's going to be Fugly and Nitro both down. So it's up to really Elige and Flowsick, Pistols, and Adren with the AWP. You've got some interesting grenades picked up over here. You've got a molly and some flashbangs, so they can certainly force the issue, but it looks like it's just going to be an exit frag play.
Yeah, the only job of his teammates, and that is Adren I'm talking about, is to keep mousesports away, because he's just going to try to save, and he doesn't want any adversity whatsoever. This bomb's going to go off, and I think they did their job. He can save in pit, and no one's really around to kill him. So that's going to carry over to the next round, where they're also going to be buying. And but once again, that's another round on the board for mousesports. At the end of the day, it's these 1s and 0s that really matter.
It's looking pretty bad. This makes it a 5-round winning streak for mousesports. Good news for Liquid, they are at max money, so they're going to be able to go ahead and buy up just about everything they need. Got all the grenades, got the ops, M4s. What do we expect to see out of Liquid this time around?
Yeah, so now that we have the op of Adren, we saw him get fast-catted last round. It looks like here he's going to go for a long pick. Or if not, no, just smoke it off, go there late, I'm not sure. Support his teammates. He sees some flashes at long. There's actually only 3 people trying to come out, and they got a long control smoke themselves. So here, he is going to be finding a first pick full blind. Very
Lucky
nice kill.
shot, but Dennis and Chris, no respect, returning. The T's at A side quickly shut down. Flowstick could find himself in some trouble, though, because Speedy and Gob have gone all the way up Cat to A site. They took the site. Flowstick's going to have to return to pit and try his best to defend. Bomb control belongs to Liquid. It's really ugly for mousesports right now.
Oh my goodness. It's all of a sudden a 1v1 because they were putting so much pressure on Cat when they had control of the bomb at long. I really don't think that was a warranted decision. Flowstick got some really nice trades at long. He's going to go for a flash here, and he'll get a kill, too. Very nice play from him.
I was worried about Flowstick right there. I was looking at him on the mini-map, and he was like back and going forward, backward, not sure what he wanted to do. He might have had some communication from his IGL telling him, I think you should peek. I don't think you should peek. He ends up going for it with the flashbang, and what a shot.
Yeah, his team really left him out to dry, though, I feel like, in that situation. Considering he had the bomb at long, no one was there behind him, and they were pushing Cat. I guess they assumed
no need to press the issue.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they assumed that maybe someone was coming long behind him or something, and they had to push off Cat. And that's the only thing I could think to rationalize it. And if that were the case, that makes sense. But if they didn't die, they would have had a much safer chance of just winning that round. They had bomb control and a player with it, so.
Well, it's going to be a hard Cat push right here with the bomb. That's going to be Dennis, Chris J, and Next working with Gob sitting in the very back. Adren's off, watching the smoke, just waiting, saying, peek me, make my day. Flashbang forces him to lose his position, and now Chris J has the angle as...
he's going to be holding this for a while.
He's going to be holding it for a while, I agree. So it looks like some sort of an issue going on with the server. We are in a pause, Launders.
Yep. Oh, and we're back.
And we're back.
And yeah, he was holding it. Oh, Adren actually repeats, gets the frag, finds a second as well, and that's Cat shut down. The bomb once again, always in an awkward spot with Mouse. They always seem to lose the bomb no problem, but it looks like they're not happy about those server issues.
I would not be happy about that. I mean, the timing was just awful.
Yeah, that might have changed things a little bit.
AWP is such a positional weapon, and once you've taken the position, you should be able to win all those fights.
Yeah, but it looks like they're going to continue with the round here. Next is just kiting these players back and forth. Gob finds a pick. Next is looking for the spray down, but Flowsick is getting the better of him there. Huge round from Adren, who got 3 frags on that round, and Flowsick to compliment him as well. Great A-hold.
Yeah, big play by Adren, especially with how much slower the AWP is. It forces you to do that standard quick scope, which requires so much more finesse and skill in your shooting.
Yeah. Now that we have, we're moving into this next round, Liquid have actually found 2 rounds in a row, which saves their economy in a huge way. This means that they won't have to double save after losing 1, and now they maintain the op, which was so key in that last round that they won. But still, Fugly actually has a FAMAS, and I wonder if that's. I actually don't know why he has a FAMAS. There's pretty much no reason for him to have one, considering Nitro and Adren both have money to drop him.
Yeah, I see that.
Oh, and he has extra money as well. Might have been a snap decision to buy that FAMAS, but
yeah, maybe.
We'll see if it matters.
I mean, heck, it could have even been the wrong key strike. Not sure exactly what's going on. You see we're currently on a match pause right now. Might be associated with that server issue that we saw earlier.
Yeah, probably just making sure that everything is fine, because it looked like the rest of the round played out just okay. And now Nex is actually buying an op. They've got 5K apiece on 3 other players, so that means we're going to have 1 player forcing up in a Tech 9, which is well, pretty much as good as an AK.
Yeah, exactly. The Tech 9 pocket AK, right? As long as you can run in, get those headshots, it's good. It's almost better because you can actually find the headshots on the run, which is amazing.
Better. Yep.
Almost better.
It's better in some ways.
You heard it here.
You move faster. I mean, that's a huge advantage. Oh, okay. Oh, this is actually because of that round, because there was lag in the middle of the round, we're actually restarting from 5-2, and that's huge because we just talked about how Liquid benefited so much from winning that second round in a row.
I think that's a fair call.
Yeah, considering what happened.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. Let's go back to that situation. Chris J, Opper for Mouse Sports, moves up, takes position on Cat, and forces Adren down.
Yeah.
In all likelihood, if Adren peeks that corner, he should be destroyed. In fact, he shouldn't even peek that corner. But we have that connection issue, right?
Yeah.
He pushes up and is able to take it because maybe possibly Chris J was distracted, and I think that's kind of the reasoning behind the call.
Yeah, and that is fair. Now, it's still going to mean that Liquid have so much pressure to actually come away with this that just makes or breaks the half for them almost at this point. 8 rounds in, halfway through. It could mean the difference between a double save and having an op next round.
Yeah. It's really frustrating, I'm sure, for Liquid, but it's a fair call by our admin staff over here. Now, you were predicting early on a score line of, what was it, 16-4 Mouse Sports on this map?
Yeah. I mean, I really thought they were going to be just extremely dominant going into this, and Liquid have got some plays going on.
Sure.
They have multiple times got the bomb in awkward spots, which is good for them.
I think 3 rounds now.
3 rounds, yeah.
Right.
Well, 2 rounds at long.
Yeah.
2 rounds at long, 1 on Cat, and they have been able to take advantage of it. They won each of those rounds. Now, it did come down to, like, 1v1s, which is scary, but...
Yeah, exactly. And luckily, they've been able to clutch every single time on that. But it seems like Mouse Sports could maybe play a little bit more cautiously with the bomb. There's really no need to show it until you are actually committing to a bomb site.
Yeah.
You know,
and they're doing, like, these A splits, and it'll be, like, 2 or 3 players out long. Yeah. And the trades just go the way of Liquid. I mean, I think that's the hitch in Mouse Sports' plan. They assume they're going to be able to get long control before they have to take too many fights, and they'll be
if
safe.
they don't, they lose the bomb.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Liquid do have the proper answer for them in terms of setups.
Right.
Their 3-1-1 is answering Mouse Sports' need to go A all the time, and these are all good signs, right? You have the proper setups, and you hit your shots. You win some rounds.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you have to do. Liquid also doing a really good job of working together and firing off as a team.
Yep.
So, yeah, one of them goes down. The other guy's right there to make the trade instantly. And that's what you have to do. And it's easy to talk about making these trades, but when you're doing it yourself in a game, especially against top-tier teams like Mouse Sports who don't give you more than a half a second to do that, it's quite the challenge.
Absolutely. Now we have some love for Flowsick in the chat. Speedy saying, but Flows is sick.
Flows is sick. I like it. It's like a sick flow.
Or are they talking about shirts? There's a lot of banter right now.
Yeah.
Some GB, some good banter.
All right. Well, right now we're still waiting to reset the server after that connection issue. We're going back to, what, a score line of 4-2?
5-2.
Or 5-2 because of that point by Liquid. We're going to cut to a very quick break. We will be right back. Please stay tuned.
Smiths will chime in with one apiece, so get right. All that's left is in a 1-on-3. Does get the first, doesn't have that bomb down, does get the second. He looks like he might pull this off. Get right. The master. Oh, he sees him. Get right. The most unbelievable 1v3 in the absolute pivotal time. Put him down as a result. Smith still in the back of the side. Kiyoshima there holding B magically. But no, Peter's going to get another one. And now it's Smith's overwhelmed in the back of sight. And Peter magical in the magic moment. And he gets a third. Peter, are you absolutely out of your mind? Because I couldn't predict this.
Toodle at 100, Roca with 41, and Ska's got himself a 3K, so the save of that rifle is gigantic. Lex takes him down though. 1 versus 1 battle here. Lex versus Roca. Who's going to come out on top? Lex with less HP, and he gets it with only 4 HP.
Smiths will chime in with one apiece, so get right. All that's left is in a 1-on-3. Does get the first, doesn't have that bomb down, does get the second. He looks like he might pull this off. Get right. The master. Oh, he sees him. Get right. The most unbelievable 1v3 in the absolute pivotal time. Put him down as a result. Smith's still in the back of the side. Kiyoshima there holding B magically. But no, Peter's going to get another one. And now it's Smith's overwhelmed in the back of sight. And Peter magical in the magic moment. And he gets a third. Peter, are you absolutely out of your mind? Because I couldn't predict this.
Toodle at 100, Roca with 41, and Ska's got himself a 3K, so the save of that rifle is gigantic. Lex takes him down though. 1 versus 1 battle here. Lex versus Roca. Who's going to come out on top? Lex with less HP, and he gets it with only 4 HP.
Smiths will chime in with one apiece, so get right. All that's left is in a 1-on-3. Does get the first, doesn't have that bomb down, does get the second. He looks like he might pull this off. Get right. The master. Oh, he sees him. Get right. The most unbelievable 1v3 in the absolute pivotal time. Put him down as a result. Smith's still in the back of the side. Kiyoshima there holding B magically. But no, Peter's going to get another one. And now it's Smith's overwhelmed in the back of sight. And Peter magical in the magic moment. And he gets a third. Peter, are you absolutely out of your mind? Because I couldn't predict this.
Toodle at 100, Roca with 41, and Ska's got himself a 3K, so the save of that rifle is gigantic. Lex takes him down though. 1 versus 1 battle here. Lex versus Roca. Who's going to come out on top? Lex with less HP, and he gets it with only 4 HP.
Smiths will chime in with one apiece, so get right. All that's left is in a 1-on-3. Does get the first, doesn't have that bomb down, does get the second.
And welcome back, Launders. We're just getting back on the server. We're going to go live with the game in just a moment. mousesports versus Team Liquid. mousesports putting on the pain.
Yeah, it's a clinic, kind of like Liquid. If they're able to take this round,
Yeah, right.
it's going to make a world of difference. It's pretty much going to be closer to tied up than it'll ever be for the rest of this half if they don't, because if they don't, their economy is going to be in shambles. Liquid will only have an extra grand on 3 players going into a round where they're getting $1,400 for a loss bonus. So that's disaster if ever there was one. Now Adren does have this op, and we're going to have to see this make an impact on this round if they want to win.
Adren. I'm liking the angle he's holding here on Cat. Ends up backing off just before Nex and Gob go down mid with the bomb. Looks like we're shaping up for a big B push, so the pressure is going to be on Fugly and Nitro.
Yeah, we'll see how much longer. This is exactly the position Speedy was in when they did hit B, as you mentioned.
Yeah.
Now Gob is actually, peeking Adren. Adren has to fall off Cat, and this is going to make it a lot easier. Oh my goodness, Adren.
Run away.
Caught off guard. Gob misses his shot, though. But this pushes 3 players into the A site and no Cat control. So if they wanted to hit B right now, they'd still be doing it versus 2 people, but not 3. Now Alish is pushing back into mid, and they're taking their time here.
There's
Fugly
one.
trades 1 for 1.
That's the entry right there. Next, can he follow up? No, he cannot. Nitro's the one taking the kill. And
huge.
Yeah, Dren with the op.
Huge.
What happened with that B take over there?
They didn't smoke mid to B, and they didn't execute when Adren pushed over towards A. After Gob got him off Cat, they could have executed mid to B right there. Had to deal with 2 people, but then we had a sick sight hold from both Fugly, who traded out 1 for 1, and Nitro, who got 2, which was crucial. If you didn't get that second one, that bomb would have been sitting there with no one watching it, and Adren on the other side of the map.
Yeah.
So they do come away with that really, really crucial round, and that can mean a world of difference.
The reset was for naught. Here we are again. Scoreline 5-3. Mouse Sports. Let's see how the money's looking though. That's 2 round wins in a row for Team Liquid at this point, and they are a little tight on cash as we go into this round.
Yeah, they're actually kind of low, but they really, really do want to take this round. Both teams obviously are playing to win every single round.
Yeah.
But economically, if Mouse are able to do this, they're keeping Liquid within 1 of a save.
Yeah.
And that's the key number for them. Now, in terms of do Mouse need to win this round, they could still buy if they don't.
Right.
But if they want to earn a save after a win on Liquid, they're going to have to win these rounds in succession.
I'm concerned about Speedy's money over here, but you see Nex has 7K, so they can certainly do some work with it. I expect a full buyout, force up what you can.
Well, on top of the money they have right now, they're going to have a loss bonus to help out Gob for his own buy, and that's going to be more than enough to buy. Yeah, at this point, Liquid have earned themselves a little bit of safety.
Yeah.
They've they're able to hang on to an op, which they wouldn't have been able to do without double saving for it again. And that's all, like, that's as good as it gets for Liquid right now.
That absolutely is. I've got an update on the other game that's going on because we do have a little match pause going on.
Oh, cool.
So I can take a look at what's happening with Cloud9 versus CLG. It's actually 11-9. Cloud9 unexpectedly in the lead.
Taking the lead, yeah.
Map
so
1.
Last we heard from them, CLG had like a round lead, I think.
Yeah.
And Cloud9 are on the CT side, so they have the ability to play a standard setup and hope CLG are not organized, because that's what you need to be on T side, obviously.
Well, I mean, Cloud9, they've shown that they're a team that can really organize. That's been their focus, mirroring teams like mousesports right here. I'm being told that it's going to be just a little bit of a while before we fix this mic issue going on for one of our team members down here. So the match pause is going to last longer than expected. We're going to take a quick break, be back in about 5 minutes with an update, and hopefully go back live with the game. Well, Lawners, I told you we'll be back.
Yeah, you promised.
That was fast.
OP delivers.
Yeah, exactly. Team Liquid, Mouse Sports, if you're just joining us, right, this is the Bravo stream. Scoreline 5-3, and you predicted Mouse Sports going to do quite well.
Yeah.
Indeed, they are.
Yeah, they're doing well, but Team Liquid also surprising me. I mean, they did win that very crucial round. It started with Nitro, who was 0-6, got probably the 2 most important frags of the match there in B-site, locking it down. If it wasn't for that and they didn't grab that round, Mouse Sports would be off to an astonishing lead right now. But it's at this point that Liquid have earned themselves a bit of safety in that economically they're not doing too bad, and even if they lose a round, they might be able to buy again. So there's all of that.
Well, you see a little bit of pressure being put on mid by the T side of Mouse Sports, walking right in like they own the place. Dren and Nitro hiding on the other side, just hoping that they charge out all the way through mid doors. I don't think it's going to happen.
Here's the NOA, though. Chris J just on the other side of the door. If they throw a flash out, if he peeks this, he is going to get a free frag, though. The same could be said for Nitro, who is actually falling off and moved close to the door. God and himself are going to be pushing up towards Cat, and there's a couple players at mid who aren't going to be helped to a Liege, and that's why Adrent is falling off to Markelov once again. So a lot of control going the way of Mouse Sports right now.
Yeah, you see Flowstick trying to kind of sneak up and get information at long A. Finds Speedy. Next goes in to try and help with the trade. Flowstick does the wise thing and backs all the way off.
Yeah,
might be a Cat push.
Yeah, it's going to be an A split here. We got 3 on Cat. I imagine somebody's going to jump into CT, but either